The Minister of Health has commended NAFDAC's Southeast Zonal Laboratory for receiving 2 international certifications. Professor Isaac Adewale, who made the commendation in Anyocha local government of the state, underscored the importance of the pharmaceutical industry, urging NAFDAC to work hard to maintain its standards.
The accreditation certificates are from the International Electro-Technical Commission and the International Standards Organization for testing of raw materials in Anambra State. The Acting Director General of NAFDAC says the stamp by both bodies will promote standards and enable multiple pharmaceutical testing.
This laboratory where we are has been accredited to undertake multiple pharmaceutical testing methods, which include high-performance liquid chromatography, popularly called the HPLC.
The development is a feat, according to the representative of the accreditation body, who says it indicates competence in the pharmaceutical analytical process.
It's a mark of excellence in analytical work to be able to show that once a pharmaceutical product is tested, that the pass or fail certificate of analysis that's generated is indicative of the true quality of that product.
The Minister of Health, Professor Isaac Adewale, responded to issues concerning tariffs paid on raw materials in the pharmaceutical subsector.
In this country, the tariff on raw material is 20%. Finished product, 0. No nation should allow this. Because when you allow finished product to come in with 0 tariff, the raw material will kill our industries.
The Deputy Governor of Anambra State, Dr. Nkem Okeke, who was present at the occasion, decried the activities of dealers in fake drugs and highlighted the efforts of the state government to curb the menace.
The state is also making effort to partner with the Federal Ministry of Health to handle controlled distribution system to help in checking the distribution of fake drugs in the state.
With this vote of confidence placed on the Southeast Zonal Laboratory of NAFDAC in Anambra State, it's expected efforts will be sustained to maintain the accreditation.
Do you experience sharp pain caused by heat, cold, or air? Or have you swollen gums or bad breath? If your answer is yes, it's time for you to see a dentist. But you do not have to wait for these symptoms before seeking dental screening. Dental experts say habits such as poor oral hygiene, too much intake of refined sugar and tobacco use as some of the risk factors for oral diseases. Our correspondent Yomi Otaigbe tells us more on our focus on health.
Welcome to my world.
Paraphrasing the meaning of oral health as defined by the World Health Organization, good oral health is a state of being free from mouth and facial pain, such as oral infections, tooth decay, and other diseases that limit an individual's capacity in chewing, smiling, and speaking. But some factors can come between an individual and the attainment of good oral health.
Not brushing the teeth properly and effectively can negatively impact on the oral health, because this would result in build-up of plaque deposits, which are tooth deposits that contain a lot of bacteria. Sugar, particularly when it's refined sugars or carbohydrates like drinks, soft drinks, cakes, biscuits, they contain refined carbohydrates, and this has been shown to be associated with tooth decay if you take too much of it. Also, inability or failure to use interdental cleaning aids to clean in between the teeth on a daily basis. Failure to visit the dentist if you don't visit the dentist regularly. Other factors could even be lifestyle, smoking, eating unbalanced diet or meals, this can also negatively impact on the oral health.
We discourage people from using toothpaste and tell them to use dental floss because dental floss is actually much healthier. There's something we call ligament that connects the tooth to the gum. Now, once you're poking, you're like tearing off that ligament, so creating more space. Once the space is big enough, you can actually have what we call plaque, food debris, lodging into that place.
The most common effects of these habits may manifest in different oral diseases, such as gingivitis, which is an inflammation of the gums, and if left untreated, it progresses to periodontal disease. Other complications are caries or tooth decay, which is as a result of prolonged loss of mineral owing to acids produced by bacteria in the mouth, and sensitive teeth, which is a fallout of inappropriate brushing technique.
So people just think this is the right way to go, that it's faster and it gets the job done quickly. So as much as possible, if they keep doing this over the years, they are damaging their gums and their teeth. Very simple techniques that everyone can practice. The individual makes a sweeping motion, as it were. You brush away from the gum onto the tooth, onto the teeth surfaces. And you give some strokes, up to 3-4 strokes, and then you brush, of course, the grinding surfaces. The same thing, just make sure you are brushing away from the gum. And then, of course, you must remember to brush your tongue. Yes.
Symptoms that follow poor oral hygiene range from gum bleeding when brushing to pain, bad breath, and loss of teeth, among others.
Good oral health. Number 1, brush your teeth twice daily, effectively, with the right technique, such as the roll technique, for about 3 minutes. And then you ensure that you change your toothbrush regularly, 3 to 4 months. Use a medium texture toothbrush and a fluoride containing toothpaste. And then you make sure you also use interdental cleaning aids. You must clean plaque from in between your teeth, because if the individual does not do that, that's where we have the gum disease starting. And then importantly, you should visit your dentist every 6 months, but at least once in a year.
Healthy mouth and teeth are important to everyone, whether children or adults, as it is one of the windows to your overall health. Yomi Otaibu reporting for Channels Television News.
Welcome to my world.
The new leadership of the Niger Delta Development Commission is giving assurance of a renewed drive to fast-track the development of the region. This came to the fore as the new board members continued their familiarization tour of states in the Niger Delta. Led by its chairman, the members visited Rivers and Imo states, where they pledged to commence the rehabilitation of the Owerri-Port Harcourt Road.
Expectations are high that the new leadership of the Niger Delta Development Commission will begin its work to provide infrastructure for the region. As with any board's quest to succeed, the Commission's directors, led by the chairman, Senator Ndoma Egba, visit the River State Governor, Nyesom Wike, at the Government House in Port Harcourt, the River State capital. Governor Wike urged the new leadership to work with state governments to achieve their development goals.
NDDC is not a political party. And this is a commission to help for the development of the people of Niger Delta. And so when we see from that perspective, we work as a team. And you know that, look at where NDC is. There's nothing that happens. It's a big place that we will not go. So I believe now that you are the chairman and now that you want to change the narrative, we'll give you the support for you to be able to change this narrative.
The NUTC chairman is grateful for the advice.
Your Excellency, this board is determined to change the narrative, determined to change the song, determined to change the story, not just of the NDDC, but of the region.
Some of the projects being taken up by the NDDC include the rehabilitation of the Owerri-Port Harcourt Road. The board, which was also in Owerri, the Imo State capital, as part of its familiarization tour, assured indigents of the state that the road, which is already being rehabilitated, will be motorable before the next rainy season.
We want to maximize the scarce resources that we have so that we can achieve as much as we can in our desire to create the regional economy for the member states of the Niger Delta.
However, the Imo State Governor, Rochas Okorocha, says he's disappointed over the activities of the NDDC in the state in the past few years.
But let me say to you, my chairman, that you have hit the nail on the head. We mentioned that this is an NDC government. It's hard for me and my people to smile.
Communities in the Niger Delta are optimistic that the new board will continue to ensure that they benefit from projects and programs of the Commission.
Time for us to go to our business news studios where Anne is waiting for us.
Thanks a lot, Sulaiman. Welcome to Business News. Latest data from the National Bureau of Statistics reveals that volume of transactions from electronic payment platforms in Nigeria grew to 910.18 million, valued at over 65.16 trillion naira at the end of last year. According to the selected banking sector data from the fourth quarter of 2016, which was released by NBS in Abuja, transactions from automated teller machines dominated the volume of transactions as it recorded over 590.23 million transactions worth over 4.98 trillion naira. At the same time, mobile transactions were 47.05 million, valued at 756.89 billion naira, while transactions via internet were 14.8 million, valued at 132.35 billion naira. Transactions in point of sales platform were seen at 63.71 million at over 758.99 billion naira, while more than 11.71 million transactions worth over 5.82 trillion naira were made using checks in 2016. Let's move to the interbank money market, where overnight rates contracted by 575 basis points to close at 5.75%. But on Wednesday, data from the CBN showed a 93% surge in system liquidity from 173 billion naira to 334 billion naira, following the inflow of December's budgetary allocation for state and local governments, as well as an inflow of 49 billion naira via maturing OMO bills. The CBN withdrew 217.34 billion naira from the system through OMO auctions, but analysts at Codrus Capital expect the CBN to continue its intervention through OMO auctions, and the magnitude of withdrawals from the systems should determine the direction of market rate. Thanks for watching Business News tonight. I'm Anne Nwaodo. Back to you, Sulaiman.
Still ahead on the news at 10, American tennis star Serena Williams wins Australian Open and clinches record 23 Grand Slam title with victory over Sister Venus. That's on Sports News. Stay with us.